Hello. Just a comment about the next book I'm going to do. Okay, so maybe you like some of you guys maybe have read the book I did about the Philosopher's Stone. Well, this one is going to be. I really didn't think I could do it better than that, but this one I can say is going to be like 10 times better, maybe even more, because it's going to be simple to see the connections, and the connections are going to be, I don't know what to say. It's like, sorry, the solution to everything. To me at least it seems like that. Now when I'm sitting down and really putting effort into structuring the the fractal interconnectivity of this. Um, Wait a moment, sorry, I need to do something. Okay, so I'm taking time to to structure the interconnectivity, the fractal nature of this, and really think about how it should be done. I discover more things. It's like when I have this structure of how things should be, I can anticipate, like, oh, here it's almost like something is missing, and I can anticipate the what's going to be there. And so what this means is that when I eventually release this book, first of all, I think I'm going to read maybe half of the book on YouTube, something like that. Sorry. And um, but really, it is going to change you. Like this will show a deep truth that um, how would I say, it's spread out in all areas of reality. Um, so what example can I say? It's in space, it's in psychological, it's in the anatomy, it's in the language, it's in the Bible, it's in history, it's in like, that there is no end to this. Okay, so finally, and so this is the Philosopher's Stone. Like, so in the first book, I I I realized that I found the Philosopher's Stone. You know, like I was sure, I've been sure of it. Okay, but the point of the Philosopher's Stone is to have this, um, you know, the it's called like alchemical marriage, or you know, what is it called, like red king, white queen. You know, these things. Um, I really didn't put it together in a good way earlier in the book, like the previous book. Um, it is a good book, right? But um, and it is good because it's like the first perspective. that I had about the Philosopher's Stone. But now it's it's more like I can see how it is everywhere, okay, and I can see that things are married together, you know, things marries together, like within, like marriages within marriages, you know. Like what I'm talking about is not how you think about marriages. It's about things coming together in to opposites unite, you know. And um, and now when I'm doing this here, I I really feel like this is something that I'm going to be able to call my magnum opus, like my magnum opus, you know. It's my, this is my masterpiece, you know. Even though the anti-fragility is great, you know, the awareness about scapegoating, that's another book I wrote. But yeah, it's great, you know. And but this one, I'm telling you, it's going to um, it's going to stick. You know, it's going to stick. It's going to um, it's like you cannot unread it, you know. You cannot go back from reading it, because it's like it explains that 1 + 1 = 2, you know. And once you see that that truth, then there's no going back, you see. And I've been thinking, you know, this thing that I'm writing now, it's really or you know, I'm still programming. I'm programming the how everything fits together first, because it's a fractal, you know. This marriage in reality is a fractal, okay, into everything. And I cannot just write about it like that. I first have to create a software for um, that can handle a fractal interconnectivity of things. And then from that, I will make it pedagogical, you know. Um, but I cannot just write it to be directly, you know, directly like that. It's not possible. Or it's not the point, because now when I do the fractal structure, you know, structuring things, I get to see the empty places where I can anticipate something to be here. And the wonderful thing is that I anticipate something here, and that's correct. You know, the anticipation is correct. You know what that means? It means that all of this is true, you know, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to anticipate. So this marriage of everything is something that is basically God and the wife. Okay, that's what it is, and it's in everything. That's the thing, and yeah. And it's the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's all of the things. I'll give you an example, okay? In psychology, you have Jung, Carl Jung, you know. He has structured the the psyche of having an inner and outer psyche. You know, you have the anima and the animus, and this is male and female, and you know, you have it within you. And male and female, it's the opposite way around. Animus is the animosity, and anima is the soul. And what were I going to say? Um, there is a connection to male and female when it comes to, so the innermost part of the female is the animus, and the animus is the animosity. I'm sorry, but while animosity, it's also bravery. Okay, so the inner core of the woman is like a bravery, you know, while the bravery is a shallowness in the man, more like that. So what I mean to say is that there are more ways of seeing this dynamic of male female and this marriage. Okay, so this inner and outer psyche of male and female is a marriage of the mind. Okay, the mind itself is married to itself with the animus and anima marrying together. But at the same time, you have the Luna, which is the Luna is the woman, and the sun is the man, you know. And the Luna is the lunatic, and the sun is the sunhead. The sunhead marrying to the lunatic, hypersanity marrying to insanity, together, merging together. Hypersanity together with lunatic. It's the same with the anima and animus merging together. You see, it's the same thing. It's male and female, opposites going together. So that's just one example, but there is actually a lot more in psychology that I'm looking into. That has to do with limits, limit, and let's see. Subliminal, sublime, liminal, limen. So there are many things, but so this was just an example. There in all in every part of reality is this marriage of male and female, and it has to do with lime, as I've been saying. You know, that's what I'm going to prove. It sounds odd, I know, but I can prove it, you know, and so I'll do that, you know. And because, yeah, I noticed today that the word create, it actually has etymological connection to Cretus, I believe. Wait a moment. Because this means that, so it has a direct, the word create has a connection to to the Kreta, which is mud and limestone. Okay, so God is married to the lime, to the mud. Okay, it's the same thing. It's the same dynamic. You have the souls entering heaven. The soul marries to heaven. Okay, so this idea of a soul going to heaven, like when I see what I see here, it makes sense, you know. It makes sense. When I investigate this core of reality, I see this marriage also sipping into something called heaven, okay? I see logical interconnectivity going there. You know what I mean? So, as a purely logical person, you can see this. You will be able to see this interconnectivity to something called heaven, okay? So I'll go there. I'll show it like when I'm done with this. It's going to take time, but eventually this is going to change everyone that reads it, you know. You cannot go unchanged from this text. If that's the case, you know, I don't know, you know. I don't know what's going on. You know, why does everything connect when I look at things, you know? When I look at reality, I see it connecting. And I'm trying to share that because I managed to simplify everything down to this marriage that is everywhere. It's a marriage in your body, in your brain, in parts of the body, having the same like antagonist relationship, like cooperating but also being antagonists, and like infinite force versus immovable object. There you have the muscles versus the bones, you know, as I've been mentioning sometimes. Actually, the word for the Latin word for key is the same as this bone. Like this bone is made from. I mean, bones contain limestone. Like it contains that and other things, right? But calcium carbonate, right? That's one of the content of a bone, and so the Latin word for key is this bone, and so. But there is a lot more to say. Like, there is so much to say, guys. There's so much to say, so that when I say it, when I eventually say it, there's really going to be no debate, you know. There is no debate. There's going to be no debate here on what I'm going to show you something, and there is no debate about it. You know, it's impossible. It's so beautiful how it connects. And and soon, like no, not soon, like there will be some time, but I will show it later. So it's just beautiful, this puzzle, okay? So beautiful. Now the question is, when I think about this, I think like, what now? You know, if I solved entire reality, I'm telling you, I solved entire reality, okay, including, you know, including whatever you want to know. You know, like this is really going to explain everything. You know, it is the solution to everything. Okay, I promise you that. I promise you this. This next book is going to be like, yeah, a solution to everything. How can I say that? But it is, it is the secret to everything. This the secret. So I'm thinking. So what's next? What's after this? What's if I solved everything? Then so what's going to happen then? So that's interesting. Um, so, but there will be time. There will be time. I'm just entering. Yeah, I did a lot of things today when it came to this, and it's. I'm really happy that I have to say again. I'm really happy that I can anticipate. It means that I'm really going in the right direction here when I'm able to anticipate connections in reality. It's like normally things maybe pop up to you, like it pops up something that inspires you, but for me also, right? But what happens now is that I don't even need anything to pop up from me. I can just anticipate from the logical fractal structure. It helps me to make this better. You get it? And then I can take this fractal structure and I can twist and turn it, and I can like, okay, let's project this side here into the book. Let's project this side into the book and write it like that, you see? And I can turn this fractal around and put it into the book like that, from different angles. That's and by doing like this, I am going to be able to to make something something like perfect. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be perfect. No, I can't say it's going to be perfect, but it's going to be like this is really cool, guys. I promise you. And I can tell you at least 10 times better um, than the Discovering Philosopher's Stone book, which actually discovers the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, but this book is going to be better. It's the same idea, but making it into that marriage. Okay, so 10 times better. I don't know if I can say it 100 times better, maybe 100 times better, because it will leave people. How do you say? You read it, and then you cannot undo that process of reading it. That's because if you learn a solution, if you learn a solution to something, how can you just forget about it? It's hard to do that. Okay. I'm thinking if I should say something more. I have to say that I'm still very confused that I am able to do this. Like, why? It doesn't like it's not it doesn't make sense. Like, why can I do this? Honestly, it is weird. But then at the same time, if you think about a holographic surface, okay, in every little millimeter of a holographic surface contains the entire image. This is how holographics works. So, in a way, I am that holographic surface that contains everything. Which means that theoretically I am able to do this. But it is just very strange, I can admit. But yes, this book is the solution to everything, you know. But I can't call it like that. It's going to be something else. Yeah. Okay. I'll end the video now. See you guys another time. Bye bye.